Hello and welcome back to Kelly60 Plays Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. Last time, I ended up getting the Shadow Dragonite earlier than I thought because I thought you had to purify everything. No, you just have to have them. Secondly, we finally got Bonsly back and got the Bonsly Battle Bingo card. But today, we are continuing on with some more chaos of a certain area. But before that, we got some purifications to do, as I mentioned last time. By the time this part came around, every single one of the shadow Pokemon in here will be purifiable. Articuno regained the move Extrasensory. Articuno regained the move Heal Bell. The Ice Bird has gained Haze and Ice Beam. Pretty standard for Articuno, all things considered. Next up on the list is Zapdos. Very much gains some of the exact same move, except it gets Baton Pass instead. And funny enough, one of the moves would actually be, I want to say reused as the starting lineup. I believe, if I remember correctly, do not take my full word for this, that Platinum had the bird roaming, and if you fought them, I think they also had Extrasensory, but I'm not sure. But that's the one that's not unique to Generation 3. Morning Sun. It makes sense, but it's surprising about it never learns it. And Flamethrower. That's 3 legendary birds. Not like I need more copies. Got myself a Rhydon. Purified Rhydon. Helping Hand. Scary Face. As well as Earthquake. Honestly, there's not really much happening. It's just me tapping away. Oh, here's this, here's that. All the shadow Pokemon are done, pretty much. Though there is one that hasn't had its heart opened, and I haven't put into the thing. That's Shadow Lugia. Wonder how we purify that thing. I fought with it a couple times too, and it hasn't. That bar hasn't gone down. But there's also been changes since the last time I technically recorded a part for XD. And this is where I'm going to start laying down some of the roadmap and some of the little happenings since I started this paper. and some potential future playthroughs that may or may not occur in a fashion. Oh, dang it. Nope. Nope. Back in. Here's the Swallow. Our move to potentially use Shadow Half. Didn't end up using it and still took multiple times to get the Articuno. A normal flying beast with a bunch of good flying type attacks as well as Facade. And then last but not least, currently in here, the Shadow Dragonite. Hyper Beam, Heal Bell. I think there's Dragon Dance. Outrage? Or no, Earthquake. All pretty good. And gained the Purification Ribbon. That's everything there. Coming to the Pokemon storage. Everything's up here. And yes, there's some very interesting Pokemon in this thing now. As well as Shadow Lugia sitting right here. I wonder how we purify it. Well, to go over some things right now. Yes, there are some very interesting Pokemon sitting in the boxes at the moment. I think I brought this up earlier into the playthrough. How much earlier? I don't remember. But I had gotten Ruby and Sapphire used at a local game store. Something's different about the Lugia, maybe. Goes from immediate full dark, immediately open. There's a Pokemon that is ready to open its heart. Great. The Sapphire copy was pretty okay, nothing super major. Other than the fact that whoever was playing took out Kyogre. There was still a Rayquaza though, so at least something lived. The Ruby, on the other hand, was, for lack of a better terms, OP, but not in the good way. Best way to put it is that it was, well, let's go over that after Shadow Lugia loses its cool design and reverts to a regular Lugia. If I play the NSO version at some point, that one's not getting purified. But in other news, Lugia regained the move Psycho Boost. Awesome. Wait, and no Psycho Boost? Feather Dance? Earthquake. Everyone learns Earthquake at this point. And Hydro Pump. And it gained 12,000 EXP because I had been using it a bit. Still only enough for one level. So yeah, Lugia, when purified, Shadow Blast does not become Aero Blast. And by the way, yes, that is a move in this generation. It gets Psycho Boost. for those who might not fully know, Psycho Boost is not Lugia, is not a move Lugia can learn. That is unique. Because it's Deoxys' move. Is a move, I think, for a long time, was the signature move to Deoxys. Yes, I can't try using a possessive term with Deoxys is not a fun time. But yeah, there's that. And now, as I was going on about Ruby, it was cheated on. There's no way to sugarcoat it. It was very much cheated on. It still had some Pokemon in there, some pretty good ones, and some things weren't completed. This is why there's a set of the Reggies in this game. Because between both Sapphire and Ruby, I had 2 copy sets. And I will say, Ruby is in a weird state. Currently, last time I tried doing anything in it, currently Latios is constantly spawning. Every time you log into the game, it spawns. Yep. That's how bad of a cheated game it is. Every TM, what have you. Certain amount of certain Pokeballs. But nothing, I'd say, other than that, it's standard. And it will be reset at some point. But I did keep some of the items. I am planning on keeping some of those items just because, like, some of the limited TMs, okay, thank you. It just saves me time from having to restart the game 7 times. But anyways, today we're doing Area 6, or Area 7 of Mount Battle. For the next 3 parts, I will be doing the last 3 of the last 4 of the Mount Battle area. This is because, starting with the 4th part after this one, I will be transitioning to doing... There are 3 Pokemon I cannot obtain, have to still obtain in this game, at least once each. How do you get them? You have to run Mount Battle from 1 to 100 3 times. Yes, you heard me right. So I plan to do that every part. But to make it interesting, you may have noticed it at the bottom of box 8, and specifically, that things where my main team was sitting on the bottom row. I have already been working on teams to do each run separately. However, the 3rd team is unique. As noted, I've traded Pokemon into the game. We are now in the level 60 territory. Note, I didn't transfer Dragonite into my party. That's right, my 3rd team is going to be my Leaf Green and Fire Red team, my Leaf Green playthrough team. So these 2 Pokemon are of my Hall of Fame team. I thought that would be interesting and it would be a good time. For those who don't know, yeah, turn that down. for those who are not fully in the know, uh, what there are free Pokemon that you can get doing the thing 3 times. However, there is one other thing, unique thing, if you go through the gauntlet 3 times in a specific manner. You may notice in each checkpoint, you're allowed to swap Pokemon. Nothing super major about that. And it exists. Except for one thing. If you don't change out your Pokemon in the run, you do get a unique ribbon. So that is currently the plan. Is not only are all 3 runs going to be a unique team and run through, though some of it's going to be boring because I'm going to be running through some of these with some of the areas with level 70 plus Pokemon. When the highest ranking Pokemon's level 3. Level 9. Area 1's gonna be a speed run. So, while I jokingly said last part, 10 parts per run, it's probably gonna be closer to 9 to 8 for those first couple areas. But because technically you have to do this 3 times. And well, there is that. Now granted, I do not know what my 5th Pokemon is yet for the 1. And I am currently working on that. Everything else though is pretty standard. It's Pokemon XD. It's generation free. Deal with. So, types are split, but not. The types are split and not the actual moves. There are 100 battles, and there are 2 that run explosion strategies. I will note, I have only done this challenge once. Yeah, I'm gonna leave Charizard. It's not the first time I've well, it's the first time I've let him go down. It's the first time I've actually lost Charizard. Give me Lapras. I feel that Lapras is the safer of 2 bets at the moment. I could have used Jolteon. Ice Beam. But yeah. So that is the current goal, is after 2 more parts, after this one, so since we're in Area 7, that would be Area 8 and Area 9. So, max floors 70, 80, and 90. I am going through all 10 floors again to get to Zone 100. But you might be wondering, why go through these floors now and you could just start doing the 10 floors? Because there is still prep. This is why I partially already have my Leaf Green team in, which had already been at a slightly higher level due to the post-Elite Four portion of the game. I'm pretty sure with my current loadout of Pokemon, I can get to floor 9. I'm hoping to get to zone 9 in a decent amount of battle. This, hopefully, also allows me to deal with, these areas for also EXP farming before that starting to trudge from the bottom of the area all the way back up. Guess that follow me to get Belly Drum off was a bad idea there, but... Oh, Vigoroth is finally leveled. Finally has these areas cross over to the level 60. And jokingly, remember, I said this was post. I purposely avoided these 3 areas because these were all post. That finally you're above the level required for Greevil. Which is also what this allows me to do some fun with. Oh, I keep forgetting that we're in a new area. The only reason I typically do this first run is to read the dialogue. How far will this challenger manage to go? Oops, that's my fault. I'll make it up for it for the actual run up. Looking good. It looks like we're in for one good battle. So yeah, as I was saying earlier though, most of this is literally just me going around being like, yeah, here's this, here's that. I still have to question one thing about my team. And I once again forgot to remove it. For some reason, the Dragonite from Leaf Green has the Never Melt Ice equipped, not the Silk Scarf. And I say the Silk Scarf because it knows all the moves associated with normal typing and not the ice type. Yeah, I had a feeling that was going to occur. Yeah. Man, I really don't remember what I did in that game. Like, where's Earthquake on the Pokemon that's supposed to have it? I probably should have it. Okay, that is an animation for Double Edge right there. That was fun, but I lost. I can see why you made it to Area 7. Yep, and we're already halfway through. Oh my, aren't you a cute challenger? So yeah, so I do have some Generation 3 games, but there another couple things. At the current moment, the next 2 games I might do. Gen 3 might end up getting split into 3 games for some very, very specific reasons. I will say now. And the reason I say that, I am thinking of probably doing a playthrough in Sapphire. The reason being, my goal for Emerald is actually not an American copy anymore. I've been wanting to get an American copy, and if I come across one, I might still pick it up. But I'm actually thinking of picking up a Japanese copy for a couple of reasons involving the other game that may happen and be a purchase for. That being, but again, the potential other Generation 3 playthrough is a run through of Emerald despite it being in Japanese. But the reason why I'm thinking of getting a Japanese copy, other than the fact that I'm about to be forced to buy more Japanese, you know, more things for to play said Japanese versions of the game, is Japanese Colosseum. Some people might be realizing why. But if you don't, Japanese Colosseum also had a bonus disc, similar to the US version. The US version does not do the same thing as the Japanese version. The Japanese version grants you Celebi per Shadow Pokemon Purified on a completed file of Japanese Colosseum. And by completed, all Pokemon are purified. Of course it missed. But Hydro Pump's gonna hit. So, Japanese Coliseum is the weird one, I will say. Because I'm not completely sure how I'd handle it. But the reason I am looking at this selection is obviously the bonus disc, dropping 48 Celebies into a copy of Japanese Emerald. And yes, I did look that up. It apparently does work with Japanese Emerald. Actually, it works with any Japanese Generation 3 game. But since the only game I'm missing is Emerald, might as well get Japanese Emerald. That's gonna kill. Yep. Something's going down with that. Yes, yes, risky, but also a good idea. Oh, it used Psychic. You look so cute, but you're seriously tough. So yeah, that's the reason why I'm like, potentially in the near future, there might be 2 runs of Generation 3. Since Emerald does go through everything with some minor adjustments of Ruby and Sapphire versus Sapphire only doing its version of the story with Ruby doing its own version of it, the story. Allowing me to essentially do a small partial hybrid blend. It's not Fire Red Leaf Green where I could genuinely do anything and it would work. Just play either game and it would work, other than the fact that I'm missing certain evolution, certain Pokemon line for a completed deck. At least Charizard's faster. Oh, what's this? I lost it too. Man, Charizard just getting beaten up by not even water type. Getting beaten up by the electric type. I want to say Golduck goes back. Then, Emperor goes. If it will. Yep. Thank you. That's at least one Thunder Spammer gone. Gorbis. Okay, that makes sense. Dragonite will finish off the Golduck. Gorbis will get shocked. Thank you for setting up everything. Madame? A Magneton. Need a queen, it's almost level 50 though. Well, it went off, the animation went off, so it's clear which Pokemon's getting whacked. Or is it paralyzed? Am I losing Dragonite a second time? Yep. I ended up fighting it to death. Oh, nope. Unfortunately, this game's black belt's in a different game because, oop, got to remove it from the Hitmonlee. I'm feeling so run down. Perhaps I'll have my Pokemon give me a massage with their electric type move. Is that a massage? For 80 years, I've dedicated myself solely to grass Pokemon. Let me see what you can do. Okay, Mr. Opor. Thank you for giving me your week. Thank you for being the easiest trainer on this area at the moment. For being so high up, you are very much the easiest. "40-minute part, but I do also understand for a good 5-10 minutes was me looking at a PC screen and also purifying shadow Pokemon." But once again, I will reiterate, the only reason I'm not doing certain things is the fact that, you know how many Pokemon want Earthquake but don't learn Earthquake? And you know how often you get Earthquake? You get 1 per game. Technically, if you go through every Generation 3 game, you get 7 copies of the TF. Only 7. Some of them especially for some Pokemon that you won't be able to trade till post-game. Looks at this game in Coliseum. And then Leaf Green and Fire Red can't trade with the other 5 games without being in post-game. Earthquake sucks. Oh, 3 copies? Okay. This is why I don't care. Now, I will also say, for other reasons, I can't fully say if it's just purely cheated or if someone did do glitch. Because there was also felt like there was very obvious caveats of that as well. Nope, Girafarig didn't go down. And Girafarig knows Thunderbolt. Of course it knows Thunderbolt. Why does every Pokemon here knows Thunderbolt? Every single one of them knows Thunderbolt. If Girafarig had gone down, I wouldn't have had to deal with the Lunatone. I would have taken the Lunatone out in one single duel hit. Other than the fact that this guy still has 2 more. The other Pokemon that knows Thunder. Oh, that's Ice Beam. Hopefully Dragonite is faster than the Kadabra for a suicide mission. It is not. Unfortunately, it is not. Give me Jolteon. I find it funny, I have two evolutions and both of them have the black glasses. Both for the exact same reason. Powering up Bite. It's actually kind of funny. Both my Jolteon from Leaf Green and my Espeon from this game have the black sunglasses. Or black glasses. I wonder if there's a Pokemon out there if I can reduce a trainer's weight. If you're wondering, technically it's the Float Stone. If you know, you know. Yep. We're finally at the area leader. You've come this far? I can't wait to see how you battle. Oh no. I have no dark type. Scariest thing a team can have. A full team of psychic types. Synchronized. Doesn't work on fire type. The only time synchronized doesn't work on the same type that is supposed to be immune to a element, to a status. Not God of War also did not go down. And it knows Ice Punch. Of course it knows Ice Punch. Why wouldn't it know Ice Punch? Actually, for a little bit of weirdness, get Espeon off the field is most likely going next. Talk about a Pokemon, but I definitely need to get leveled up further. Oh. During all my trading, I still forgot to send Walrein over to Leaf Green. That might sound weird to say. You might be wondering why. To get rid of Water Gun. To finally get rid of Water Gun for a move that actually will do damage. I.e. Surf. Oh, that's a Typhlosion. Level 54. Oh, I actually pulled the right card. If this fully works. not powerful enough. I actually have to go through a couple. Typhlosion active. Quick attack. Super effective, but I'm yellow. Both are now in yellow. Oh, that's why Circle's doing so little damage. Double kick. If you can last long enough, double kick it. Oh no. I need a queen. My entire party's dead. They're all dead. But in retribution, so is his. And this is why I chose to start doing it. To get these 3 done. That was quite the impressive battle. Here are your Poké coupons. With your talent, I'm sure you'll keep winning. Stay focused. 1,500 coupons. You have cleared Area 7. Here's your commemorative slip. Gift. TMO4. It is... Yeah. Recall mine. A good status type, sacred type move. But with that being said, that is going to be it. And as of this part, 83 Shadow Pokemon have been purified, and 83, or have been caught, and all 83 have been purified. Tripping over my words. But that is going to be it for today. Thank you all so very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you all next time for more XD Gale of Darkness. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye!